T.Boone Pickens, thank you so much for coming to Lamar and joining us on your show.
You bet.
Our first question, Mr. Pickens, comes from Don Morrow, who says, your TV radio ads are very powerful, but one thing bothers him. He says, you say in the ad that we can't drill our way out of this problem. His question is, would you agree that what you mean in the ad is that in the long run, we can't drill our way out of being dependent on foreign oil, but in the meantime, we should drill some more?
Okay. I'm ready for drill some more. You can't find enough oil to drill our way out. We're importing about 14 million barrels of oil a day into this country. That's oil and products. But we can't find that much oil. It isn't. Right now we're producing 5 million barrels, and the United States peaked on oil in 1970, and it was 10 million barrels. So we can never drill our way out of the problem. It's only it'll be part of the solution.
Peter Stepp wants to know, his question is, and we've had a number of guests come on the program to talk about the refining capabilities in this country, and he said, isn't it true, the real problem is refining capacity, not oil supply, that sent the prices through the roof, and why is this problem not being addressed?
Well, you don't want to build another refinery in the United States because we don't have the oil. The oil has to be brought to the refinery. So look around the world, what's happening. And the Saudis are building a 800,000 barrel a day refinery. The Kuwaitis are 400,000 barrel a day. In India, they did a 700,000 barrel a day refinery. The oil is going to be refined there, and you're going to buy product. So our costs are going to go up from here because they're going to take the margin that the refiners were making in the United States. They're going to take that margin in the Mideast. So it's not good for us, but the last thing I'd want is a refinery.
You talked about, you've presented now the Pickens plan, and we did a story with you a couple of weeks ago when you were in Denver, but this next question gets specifically to that, and I think it's from Jay Battenberg, who writes in saying, while wind and natural gas represent the inevitable alternative to oil dependence, as you've pointed out, just how quickly can we parlay these technologies into affordable and everyday use?
If the Pickens plan is PickensPlan.com is my website, and I've had over 3 million come in on that website. So there's real interest in this. I hope this person is into me on push.PickensPlan.com. If he comes in on that, we will communicate directly with him and tell him what's going on. But what we got to have happen, in answer to the question, is how fast can it happen? How fast can Congress open up transmission lines out of the wind corridor to the east and the west? If they can give those corridors to us, they don't have to build the transmission lines. We'll build the transmission lines. If they'll just open up the corridors for us to move it.
Let's maybe take a step back and describe for people, if you can, a little bit as to what the Pickens plan proposes to do to end our reliance on foreign oil.
Okay, I want to reduce the foreign oil imports by 30% in 10 years. I think that's doable. The fuel we have to use to replace foreign oil is natural gas, which we have an abundance of in the United States. It's abundant, it's ours, it's cheap, and it's clean. So it's ideal for replacing foreign oil as a transportation fuel. How do we get there? One of the ways we get there, but this isn't 100% the way you have to do it. But what I want to do is to do the wind corridor from Texas to Canada, right across Lamar, Colorado, right where we're sitting today, and build wind farms in that corridor. And when you do that, you can take the natural gas that is doing power generation work for us, you can replace it with wind and take some of that gas out and put it in transportation. If you do that, it could reduce our dependency by 38%.
I remember you were talking when you were in Denver about natural gas as a transportation fuel, and this question comes from Pete and Jenny Salters, who live in Morrill, Nebraska, actually. They write in today the process to convert a car that they already own, to use one that uses natural gas is extremely expensive. Quotes they've received anywhere from $5,000 to $12,000 per vehicle. Their question is, at this price, it's pretty difficult to make this conversion cost-effective for the consumer. So how does it work then?
You don't, for the passenger car, you don't convert it. Don't worry about it. I mean, when you replace the car, you buy a natural gas vehicle. Now, for me, what I did, I bought a Honda GX natural gas car, $27,000. It's the only one, I think, made in the United States now. I bought it for $27,000, and then I have a home fueling piece of equipment that's installed called a fuel maker, and that's $5,000. So you say, well, that's getting pretty expensive for a Honda GX Civic. Okay, now I've got $32,000 in it. My cost of my fuel is $1.50 a gallon, but I sold my Mercedes for $70,000. I got $38,000 in my pocket, and I have a new Honda GX.